Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On second down, he'll fire. He'll pull it down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Casper. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He turns it loose to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. This junior quarterback going for the throat on that big throw. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. What a nice throw there, just carving up the defense. You make these types of passes downfield, and it reminds me of Justin Herbert just carving up Arizona State for nearly 5 bills.
Yeah, just making big plays in the passing game. This offense is built on the run. It always has been. It always will be. That's what the Ducks hang their hat on, making those explosive plays down the field when the defense slips up and loses a little bit of eye discipline.
A run for the quarterback. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosion. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. 5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud.
A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Ducks with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. They'll leave it with him. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation. And you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the 1st sack of the game.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Brings it in down the left side. And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nevada is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 11 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the moment. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. looking to go up top on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Ball in the air, intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Steps away to find some room. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He's already made 1 field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Oh, he missed it. No good. And here in the third quarter, it is still a tie ball game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Quarterback keeps able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Clemson jumps to the line.
there.
The give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. They take the lead with the 6.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The defense calls the time. Of the day as they try to get their act together. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. Right down the middle. And the pass is intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And he had tons of time to throw that pass. You know, coming into tonight, this offense knew they had to give their quarterback time to be able to survey the field. They did it right there. Just made a poor decision and threw an INT.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll give it to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Takes the easy completion. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. With the catch, it's Pittman. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's looking on the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
I really like this call to go for it on fourth down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Quarterback will keep it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 5 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Spits it out to the back. He makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Clemson 30, Oregon 23.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He's looking to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation who will enjoy this win. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. Complete downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Gotta love the way the defense is playing here on this drive. Down in the game in the fourth quarter. They're expecting run, and they're getting stops these last two snaps. If they can get a big play here, they've got an opportunity to get off the field and probably get pretty good field position to put their offense in a position to maybe go score.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll try to pick up the first. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Using his legs, it's Grove. Gets away from one, finds room. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oregon, 26.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially...
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. He's going to pass on second down. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. He'll pull it down and run. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the run, fires downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
That's caught. It's Casper. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's going up top here late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to run it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up.
First down for the offense.
Timber! Now! Tuna!
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Wants to go up top. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
32.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Oregon.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
3:25.
They go to the ground. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team.
Looking for the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And that ball's free behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season end.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to get us underway. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Canes will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6. Looking for a deep man. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They want to throw it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the catch past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the 1st down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Johnson. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin side. My goodness. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
It's complete. Just trucks through it. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What a catch and run for 6.
And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense set on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied 14-14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Looking to buy time. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like, they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Here's the handoff. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Stanford went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Cardinal ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Quarterback checking the play. He's back to throw on second down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And some room to work. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes a connection. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Going for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
South Carolina offense will take over. 1st and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He wants to throw. Extending the play. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Buying some time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. He gets a block. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
That did not fool anybody. The defense right there to knock him down for the big loss.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback adapted. He'll fire to his right. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's got it. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He'll try it again. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13.
Let him bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll try to run for it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground in the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Sellers. Slips a tackle. Touchdown, South Carolina! And that one will put them up here in the second half. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Quarterback checking off. Off the play fake on first down. On the run, still looking. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Holds it in. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
The handoff to Johnson. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Going up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. To the ground with the back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. South Carolina, 28. Miami, 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. Got his man quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff from the gun. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. The AT unit on the field.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They'll try the right side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
To It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college.
And this is going to be intercepted, a big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight, it's close, tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They're setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Going to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this.
He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab down the left side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
You start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel good.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Pressure coming. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? They're throwing for it on 4th down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Go straight ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line...
Looking deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Timeout, Miami.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground.
With the carry, it's the runback.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Miami.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. Good. He nailed it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week. These 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us.
For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.